Hey guys, Squirrel Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're back with The Bear. Last time on The Bear, we had a cute little date by a freezer with Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Claire. Correct.
I thought you were talking about Fack and Richie and...
No,
That was also a cute little date in the locker room.
that wasn't a date.
With
that was sibling rivalry.
Yeah, it was. You're totally right.
I suppose.
Yeah. And like all things when it comes to The Bear, it's really about the big gaping hole that our friends and family leave behind.
Well, what? What?
And you can never fill it.
Sugar's pregnant, though.
Well, with new family, I guess.
Are you using that as a rebuttal to holes that are left behind?
When you fill the hole, then you get...
I resent that you used the word sugar. I understand his name, but I have a craving.
I don't know. I'm trying to start from a healthy place, a positive place. And I have to remind myself to breathe sometimes. I have to remind myself to be present, you know. Remind myself that the sky is not falling, that there is no other shoe, which is incredibly difficult because there's always another shoe.
They come in pairs.
It's so close right now.
You know, maybe if I could provide more amusement or enjoyment for myself, it would be easier to provide for others, you know. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me share.
11 weeks open.
More restaurants going down. COVID-19.
Bridgeport, known to be the neighborhood diner people counted on for the past 7 decades, is closing its doors for good.
Yesterday, the restaurant made the announcement that it would be closing permanently.
For the many employees that have worked at the restaurant for
Announced the
decades, the
decision
news
to
came as a
permanently close
devastation.
yesterday.
Michelin star couldn't save him.
Right after she had that conversation with her dad. What's that? What's that? I want to eat it.
Cabbage?
That's cheese sauce.
Looks like a curry to me.
Yeah.
Do we have any miles?
Yes, Pete at United.
Can we use them?
Of course. We send Mark to somewhere?
So maybe not so crazy.
No, I think that's smart.
Yeah? I just was thinking it might be good to send him somewhere wild.
Wild, like...
Like Copenhagen?
Yeah, I got spots there.
I mean, I figured you would.
I got spots there.
Yeah, marinated the radicchio, burnt grapefruit, got a little bit of chili in there.
What is it? Name this dish.
Fucking shit. That's salt. It's too much salt.
Oh, me.
Got water?
Yeah. God.
That's why we're doing this, all right?
Gotta get them recipes.
Where's the suggestion?
I think that we need to go out. We need to try some stuff, like a reset.
You're sending me home?
No, I'm not sending you home. I'm sending us out for inspiration.
Ah.
Yeah. Meals we can write off.
This really was almost perfect.
Almost.
Yeah.
Inspiration. Let's go eat.
See you in
I
an
can
hour.
be inspired right now. Eric? Tina, yeah. Look at her chef suit. Did he not come back?
He's not there.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Told you. I got it.
Uncle Frank is proud of her. So am I. So we had a little party.
Huh. Frank, huh?
And Mom got a raise too, which is why Uncle Frank got the good cake from Weber's.
Ooh, the good cake.
That's awesome. Hey, Mom got a promotion. She's a hard worker, and that's important, right?
Yeah.
So that
But you still have to
his
pay
brother
child
or her
support,
brother?
because fair is fair.
Fair's fair.
Maybe it's the other guy, and they just call him Uncle Frank.
Well, yeah, that's what I was.
I know, Daddy.
All right.
Because, like, sometimes friends of the family are called, like, uncle, aunt, you know.
Yeah, we have an Aunt Alice, and she is not blood related at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch you until you go inside, okay? I love you.
Make sure you get in there.
And Eva, I love Taylor Swift too. I just needed a break, you know?
Oh, that's amazing.
Hello?
Did you really give me a fake number?
Claire?
Should my feelings be hurt? I think they're hurt.
She got the real one.
Shoot, yeah.
Okay, one, is it okay that I have your number, or did you really not want me to have your number?
No. It's I want you to have my number.
Okay, say that one more time.
I want you to have my number.
Okay, cool. Are you busy today?
Yeah, I gotta go have lunch with
Every second counts.
this girl.
I am in.
Really?
Oh, Sid.
It's impossible to not lie to this lady.
Are you sure? Because I'm worried about your number issue.
I know where it is.
You know what? I'll give my address to Fac. And then punch you in the face. Does that sound good?
No, I don't need fact.
You know, he told me that you guys are really close and that he's your best friend.
Fact said that? Mm-hmm. No. Fact's not my best friend.
Really?
No, he is. He's probably my best friend.
I'm gonna order. I'm here. Where are you? Uh-oh.
You didn't even say anything?
What do you say?
You didn't text?
Make an excuse?
And also, can I get a hash brown?
Bingo tart.
I'll also have the mushroom adobo and one of these mango tarts. And a matcha latte, please.
Matcha!
What text? I got diarrhea. Too much salt.
Matcha!
Diarrhea from salt?
Yep. Put too much salt on it.
Damn.
Diarrhea.
Is that a hamburger with a hash brown? Like a big old thick hash brown?
I think it was the mango breakfast sandwich. I think it had a slice of like grilled mango on it.
Devils.
No message.
It's been an hour since she's been here. He stood her up. What's that? I want to see it.
It's the breakfast sandwich.
Inconsiderate. Carmie.
Oh no, it's egg.
There's the hash brown. That's an egg.
Yeah. They just make it like a sheet and then they cut out like squares of it.
Looks like a lot of carbs. I'm that person now.
No more tutors for you, huh?
Not happy about it either.
So I had to be able to keep
Hiring on
Diarrhea, salt.
or jamming on hiring. Take all the day, whatever you want.
just eat and charge him for it. No, she gets paid and she doesn't get paid, right? Help wanted. Help wanted. Everyone's looking for a chef.
I'm glad I came because I get to eat this.
Slice up.
Gosh. What a day she's had.
Man, it's like when we were doing that one thing with Mary Menu and just Calvin went around eating burgers and taking pictures.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Good day.
I didn't get to do that. I didn't get any of the burgers.
You didn't get any burgers?
I didn't get any of them.
Kevin brought one of each for me.
You son of a bitch.
I never told you about that.
That was years ago. So mad now.
You can just go and get those
I only
burgers.
took a bite of each one.
They gave them to you. To take a picture.
You threw the rest away.
A lot.
Is there a timeline to opening?
We want to open in May.
Yeah.
Okay. Create your
Such a
spot.
sad yeah.
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 Caviar, is that what?
Look like eggs to me.
Yeah, I heard.
All right.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Everyone's warning her gently that this is a bad idea.
Some of those look like candy.
I'm so fucking hungry right now.
That's how long that food would last on my plate.
One frame. It took me a second to realize what you were saying.
That last one was when Callan's playing here.
Why?
You taking so long, more just keep showing up. Was that like a ravioli?
It was a duck. Dummy.
Not the fucking duck.
You fucking idiot!
Someone's spilling stuff.
Is
It's like a pesto,
art?
spinach.
Marquise candies.
Holy fucking
Look at
shit,
Sundae,
Eric.
baby.
Sunday. It's in like a shell.
I'm gonna go to Dairy Queen today. Doing them Oreo brownie earthquakes or something.
Maybe too hard.
I love sugar.
Richie, you're just
They're opening up the dining room, that's for
Richie.
sure.
pile yours.
What? Yeah. What is this? What happened?
Well, you got wood rot, you got termites, you got roaches.
Holy shit! Dead raccoons!
That happens.
You know, for next time, what should I have done?
This just feels like obviously a really big decision, and it would have
Sure.
been nice to have been included in it.
Okay, got it. No. Next time the walls need to be knocked down. There's nothing we can do about it.
You let me know.
I'll let you know. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah, thank you, Chef.
Such a boy. Is it one of those, ooh, you're in trouble kind of thing?
Y'all good?
Yeah, thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
so
No,
much for-
we're hiring if this doesn't work out.
Stop.
We're hiring if this doesn't work out.
I'm sure. Everybody's hiring, right?
Look at that. That's how you make the little ravioli things.
You already messed up. It should have been a black plate. That's what made it look so good. The contrast.
Yeah. But she's just tasting.
Too hot. Too much salt.
Damn it! They always do this.
And when a character is going through something,
I just never feel fulfilled, ever.
you never feel fulfilled.
They just end it, but I'm like, there's more story to tell. Don't end it now.
Would you rather they have
Come back
ended
next
it when
time.
they were showing all the Sundays?
Yes, I would have. I would have felt fulfilled. Eric may not have, but
What
I
did that last shot make you feel, Aaron?
unfulfilled.
Like her.
Hungry.
So it worked. I understand that Carmie is feeling that idea that he never takes any time for amusement/enjoyment.
Sure.
Right? And that the restaurant is just a big ball of stress for him. Like,
Yeah.
he can have fun there, but it's not going to happen while they're getting ready to launch and everything. But he went so far the other way and just completely broke off his responsibility. Like, why couldn't he just say, like, I can't tonight, I can tomorrow?
Every second counts.
He
and
lied
he
about
feels-
that number, and then he
feels
lied.
guilty.
And then he lied if he was busy or not.
Well, because it also wasn't a, can we go out on a date? It
Mhm.
was, I need a favor to move something kind of thing too, right?
I'd be like, I can't today. I have plans. I can do it tomorrow or maybe this weekend. And if it can't happen, I'm sorry. I don't break plans. He broke his plans. So I mean, all the stuff that she's going through, I think it's valid and fair. Like, can she trust this person to be that partner, especially when all these other experienced chefs that are looking back at their time where they were in her position and being like,
I think it's more so just he doesn't respond, or she doesn't feel that she's being in the conversation. It'd be even being like, hey, I'm here. It's like, when are you gonna be here? I'm gonna order. Like it was another hour later before responding when he knew that they were going to meet up. And then in the wall situation, she just wanted at least brought into the situation rather than not knowing anything about it. So I think like he could have went and helped Claire, but it would have been a good idea that they were talking at like 11 o'clock and she wasn't there until 11:30. Like if he had sent a message like, hey, something came up, I'm going to go and help this person.
Yep.
Then it wouldn't have left her there waiting at all, too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I think
like
just the communication side would have helped it.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I understand where she's going through because that was like the bare minimum of being able to just message like, hey, I can't make it.
Rotted, termites, raccoons.
Multiple, yep. Where there's one, there's another.
Raccoons.
Yeah. Don't forget the rotted wood.
The raccoons will
I wrote
crawl into
termites, raccoons.
They said rotted wood again.
More?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Raccoons just, they crawl into the smallest spaces. You can only believe the spaces they crawl into, and then, they'll just die.
I get Carmen at a point, like Carmen's just, like, it was rotted, there was nothing else to do, we tore it down. So in his mind, he's like, you want me to ask what your input would be like leaving it up or tearing it down when it's like we can't leave it up.
Sure. It's the consideration
but that aspect was just like just saying it. Hey,
she shouldn't have to walk in and be like, oh my god, this huge thing happened. She should be able to know that was happening with a simple text like, hey, this is happening. But I don't know, he's getting distracted or I'm not saying that trying to prioritize his amusement and enjoyment isn't a good thing, especially with the life that he's living, but not at the expense of the responsibilities he has.
Sure.
I mean, I don't...
Like, I get what you mean. Like, if he did call and he was like, hey, all this is happening, and she said, no, don't do that, it's not like, oh, okay, well, that fixes all the problems, Like, obviously, this had to happen, so his man brain is going like, it wouldn't have mattered if I said anything or not, But that's not the point. The point is just, he's not including her.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. But then also, like, you could say, like, okay, so do I come to this and then they're asking me what to do? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, there's nothing else to do. We should tear it down. And we start making progress. Or do I message you, wait for us to talk about it, wait for you to say, okay, let's tear it down, which is the only thing we could have done anyway.
I would think at the very least,
and now
I would
more
message.
time being spent on that subject that didn't need to be, too.
I think at the very least, I would message and say, hey, take a minute to type a text and then move on. That way, again, she's not walking into a place that she feels like, well, she has significance of power here, and no one considered her.
The idea is notifying her, not, hey, what do you want to do about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the least considerate he could be.
But clearly, this one is.
Well, that's not considerate. That's an absence of consideration.
It's the least considerate.
Well, no, there's nothing to quantify.
You can't get more. You can't get lower on the considerate.
Yeah, you can get to no consideration. He didn't even text her.
Wouldn't that be the least consideration?
Zero consideration is the least amount of consideration that someone can have.
Yeah.
Over
I understand what you mean,
0.01% of consideration.
The least hamburger I can have is 0 hamburger.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Technically, no. Technically, that is 0.
The least. But I also don't feel that he's at a point of like he's prioritizing his fun. Like he did this one thing. I don't think that constitutes as like he's taking Claire over everything else at the restaurant or anything else with responsibilities and whatnot yet.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean,
I think maybe you can say like,
you mean it's like it's not a
there.
problem yet? Is what you mean, or
I think the problem is communication that he's had since season 1.
Sure.
Like, I think that's the main issue.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that he's prioritizing other stuff over the restaurant yet. Just that maybe that
we
was,
haven't seen evidence
right?
of it yet.
I think he
well,
did
we
it
have
there.
one evidence. Like, he did it here. He prioritized that over the restaurant.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's more than 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's less that he could prioritize least by having 0.
If you say I don't think he's doing it, but he did it once. He did it at least once.
Sure. What I'm
we
saying
haven't seen
is
a
that
pattern. I mean,
the idea of like saying like, well, I understand like he's gonna prioritize his fun over the restaurant, but I feel like he has not done that for so long. Mm-hmm. Like him taking one, to me, isn't well, now he's gonna prioritize his fun.
What if he did 2?
I mean, I think like
if he did do 2 in this episode.
He did 2 in this episode?
Yeah, not considering her from when she walked into this construction.
That's not prioritizing his fun.
Well, it's the consideration part.
Well, I'm talking about the prioritizing his fun over the restaurant part.
Yeah.
In that situation, he is there at the restaurant making the decision of what needs to happen, in which case he did.
Mm-hmm.
The consideration is a different subject. And I think consideration is the issue, the consideration, the communication.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that he's been here since his brother died trying to run this place and not prioritizing himself at all in all this, which is what Sugar has been saying about a lot, I think, as well.
Sure, you need to talk to somebody, you need to,
I don't think in this moment of getting a call when he gave her the wrong number and then she's called him anyway, and then he's gone with it, I don't think that just constitutes of him well, now he's just prioritizing the fun kind of thing. If he continues to do that, I think we can maybe go more that way. But
yeah.
Sometimes
he was helping her move her mom's stuff. That's not fun.
Well, he was also ignoring her messages too, right?
I would assume the communication is an issue that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, but
that's not what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
The ignoring of messages or the not communicating is an issue.
Okay, I guess I was just. I
think
kind of took from the
prioritizing
episode
is
that
fun.
a pattern was being established.
There's a communication issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think him doing this could also help him in doing more for his restaurant because he is burning himself out and tired and this is the only thing he's doing.
Yeah.
He might need to take a step back, relax a bit, and then come back into it. I don't assume everyone working inside the one place are prioritizing other things just because they're not always there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But just because he's not always at the restaurant, he's also been working on cooking since last episode,
Mm-hmm.
or he's been somewhere else working on the restaurant itself.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just saying the idea of I think that he's making a mistake prioritizing other things. I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah.
At that point, I think what he needs to do is communicate with his partner better, and I think she may need to make sure they have that conversation too, of where she said she's saying to him I want to feel like we're included. I don't know what the profit share idea is, but the one chef mentioned it, and she was like, "Well, it's kind of not like that." And I'm like, "So, does he just get all the profit share? Are they partners? What's the deal of this kind of thing?"
Mm-hmm.
So I think there needs to be a discussion of that, which she probably needs to start. But I wouldn't put him in the boat of he's not prioritizing the business yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in that bucket yet.
But it's very possible with this Claire introduction that maybe it goes that way, and maybe the struggle that they end up having is that I don't know, maybe he's burned out on the chef thing. He's been doing it for how long? I don't know. But I know Sydney's really concerned because she's also looking at all these other restaurants who are either hiring and they can't find anybody.
Yeah.
She's in that same boat, or there's all these restaurants shutting down, and some of them have been there for years and have been what was that one where they it's been a reliable staple of the community for something or another, you know?
Yeah, there was one that was 29 years.
Some of that stuff is big issues, and I understand that weighing on her. But I think she needs to make sure that she communicates that with Carmie.
To make sure that to make sure that he keeps communicating back.
But
he might not be thinking it's as big of an issue because he's accustomed to, Rich, his sister, there's not as much communication there as maybe there should be, but they're also kind of dysfunctional.
Well,
family.
I guess it's just because he put.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, the mismatch there was that he put so much thought and consideration whenever he was contemplating, do I lie to this person and say I am free? He's looking at his responsibility and being like, no, I have to do this. But then he continues with the lie. And generally, I would think...
So you're looking at it as a lie?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he lied about the phone, and he lied about if he's free. And those are 2 lies. And he contemplated that lie for a while. It's not like he just, falls into it and then has to deal with it after. He, takes a second. You can see him, suffering through the lie. I just figured that would immediately be followed up with, a message to that subject, that person that you were contemplating. Do I blow this person off? Why don't you immediately say something to that person? Hey, I'm actually not going to show up. He chose not to do that for an hour after the first meeting. Just felt strange and, almost drama for the sake of drama. I don't know.
I did not look at the to-do list as, I thought it was him debating of, I have these things I do need to do. But I could
Well, he had plans to meet at the restaurant.
I would count that.
Yeah, that's
over,
what I meant.
over the to-do list thing.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Specifically, those 2 lies. It just felt strange that he would almost torture himself over that one while he's on the phone and then not do anything to address it. I don't know. But I mean sometimes people just do that.
What I was gonna say about communication and stuff too, you're talking about the families and stuff. We've seen ongoing with Carmie that there's a lack of response in general, right? Whether that's about himself or what it is exactly. But Sugar would message him a lot and he would never respond until he needed something. And then he would respond or message or come and visit or whatever. Sure. Or talk to her husband or whatever he is, boyfriend, whatever. So I just think that that he has a communication issue with a lot of that. But I think there's also, I don't know, I think he's allowed to give himself priority sometimes. That's why I'm not against him going with Claire. I just, like I said, it would have been good for him to communicate with Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where my thought is.
Yeah,
I'm 100% with you.
In the opening monologue that he had, he's afraid of taking more time for himself, but he also feels like if he takes more time for himself, then he'll be more equipped to provide for everyone.
Yeah. Maybe backing away from this for a bit would be good, and then come back at it with fresh eyes. I mean, the same thing that they were doing with the cooking, right?
Yeah.
The cooking
it's
thing.
What they were
we're messing this up. We've
tasting.
been at this for days or all day or whatever he said, and let's just go back, find inspiration. We'll go
fresh palate,
eat somewhere, clear our palates out. And maybe that's kind of the same idea he had here. Is maybe this will help clear my palate out. I was not giving this any priority, and that's why I gave her a fake number. But maybe this coming back to me is something I should do. So I don't know. Depends too if you're looking at fate.
What?
Fate.
Fate.
Fate. He gave a wrong number. Maybe she was fated to call him. This was supposed to happen. Fate. Eric loves fate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this show is bringing that in as a thing, but maybe I suppose. Fate is what you make it. And I want him to make those sausages again. And that looks so good. I want to eat it.
The red pepper sausages?
Yeah. Well, no, that one wasn't cooked. It was whatever was on the breakfast restaurant's grill.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
And then we also have Ibra. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Not showing back up with Tina
Ebraheim.
at the school or whatever, the culinary school.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which we talked about him last time and it not looking. I don't know. He
promising.
either wasn't interested in it or I don't know what the deal is with that either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Someone needs to have a conversation with him too.
Maybe. I mean, it looked like he might have just left.
Yeah, it looked like he bailed. So he was gonna go there, and then he was like, "Yeah."
So I mean, what do? You go there with your, someone else you work with. Your work is sending you there, and then you just don't go to the place, and you just go back to the restaurant. What do you? I think he just left. Kind of I'm not doing this anymore. I'm leaving.
Sure.
So that also doesn't help the back, trying to get all the people they need for that.
No, it does not. They said the most important thing, at least that one guy said, the most important thing is hospitality and service. And that's the one thing I feel like they do not have down. They have, I think, opinions on food and how to make food better and what people want the food. But, I mean, Richie is their guy that handles the stuff up front.
Yeah,
Hey,
could you imagine him as your maitre d'?
He was hospitable and gave good service to those guys out front with the guns. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes he's a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they need someone else. I don't know who.
We saw him with his daughter briefly in this episode. The first time we saw Eva. Or Ava, I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Eva.
I think it's how he pronounces it too.
I love Taylor Swift too. I just need a break.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Well, hopefully we get all the raccoons and the rot and everything out, which is what they need to do with their partnership. Just figure out all the issues they have and make it work. It may
More
be,
than a facelift.
I mean, maybe a thing too. If they're meant to be partners, or has it been they've been too long of boss and you're the sous chef or whatever kind of thing that they need to
That dynamic has developed too far.
More evened, you know.
Yeah, I think there's going to be this kind of working out, because they're supposed to look at each other as peers. And I don't think she sees Carmie necessarily that way. She sees him as elevated, and I think that he's having a hard time seeing her, not necessarily as a peer, but I think his priorities are getting a little mixed up.
I think he's having a hard time demonstrating it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
he
I think
may
that-
view her as a peer, and he treats her with respect and everything like that.
Like, every time she fails, like, he's very
Right.
encouraging.
Yeah, he's like, it was almost perfect.
But that encouragement isn't helping her.
But she sees it as like, it was a failure, it wasn't perfect, because he's seeking perfection. And
Sure.
perfection is so much further above what I have achieved so far.
Well, and I don't think we ever hear him say, like, oh, that's perfect. Like, I don't know if we've ever heard him say that, right? Like, everything that she's made has always been just a little less.
Yeah, sure. It's been adequate, right?
That's pretty good, but could be better kind of thing, right? It's great. Could be better.
He's right.
It's like the Sundays.
No, those are perfect.
Guys, thanks so much for watching The Bear with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes. And you can see more right now with longwave.com. We have full length. We have early access. We have recommendations. There's some games over there, too. Check out Cruddle.
Next time we have Sundays, I'll play her Cherry.
What?
Okay.
Call us Cherry. I'm taking his Cherry.